There we are. Hello. Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome. Hey there, Sarah and Joseph, Alina, welcome. This box is so hard to open. Oh my goodness. I was inspired by one of Amanda's combos in my Facebook group. So I'm going to do a couple of readings today using Kim Kranz's archetype deck along with Tarot of the Divine for sure. And I want to use Wilder Woven today as well too. And I've pulled out the Hedge Witch Tarot. I'm going to pair this one with Wilder Woven today. So that's my intention, to do a couple of different combos and just do some general readings. Or if you have specific questions or themes, I might do some spreads today. I'm not sure. I'll probably just do 3 cards with two tarot cards and 1 oracle card. At least that's my intention, depending on what kind of questions you want to ask. So you can feel free to go ahead and start putting questions into the chat if you would like to have a reading today. And yeah, as always, donations are welcome for readings. You can send a super chat, or there's links below in the description as well too. And yeah, so thanks to everybody who's been signing up for the upcoming classes. There's quite a few classes that are coming up, and you can find all of that information in the shop on my website, integrativehealingwithsadhana.com. So for sure, Alina, you can get a reading. Hi, Kitty Cat and Tony, welcome. Nice to have you here. Have a sip of my coffee. I just finished teaching yoga, and I actually clear this space and teach yoga in the same space, and then I set back up again. Have I shown you this? This is my edging job for this deck. I love this. Yeah, Kim did such a good job with this deck. Do you know she's making a new deck? I'm really, really, really excited, and I am crossing my fingers that I can have her on my channel as well too. I would love to have a chat with her. So yeah, so there's a new deck coming out by Kim Kranz. Hello, Preeti. Okay. And I see a couple of questions already popping in. So if you have a question and your question is a yes or no question, that you might want to expand on your question. So what I'm saying is, if you ask a yes or no question, I can just answer yes or no, right? So if you want to change your question to a how or a what, or to deepen the conversation of what it is exactly that you're looking for. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tarot of the Divine. I haven't used a lot, but we're going to play with this one. So those are the 4 decks I'm going to play with today. Unless I've got a bunch of others here, but we'll see what happens. Okay. And welcome to everybody else coming in. So Alina was first off the bat. Can I get a relationship reading with John? Where is it headed? Okay. The last couple of Tuesdays, I did different relationship spreads. And what I might do for Alina is to do one of those relationship spreads. And I think I might just do that. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears for Alina. And I'm just going to adapt this deck that I'm shuffling to her question, and then bring in probably the one I did last Tuesday. I really kind of like that spread. I wish I had my Marielle book here. I just want to double check what the bottom card was. I think it was Heart and Mind. Yes, it was Heart and Mind and Foundation. And okay. And then I'll pull in an oracle card as well too. So we'll kind of let's do this. There we go. And I have my book. I'm wondering, okay. Sometimes it's nice to pull in the stories from this deck as well too. Okay. All right, so this is for Alina and John, looking at their relationship. And so this over here is Alina. So this is heart and mind, and this is John, heart and mind. Okay, and here we're looking at the foundation of the relationship and the outcome. And then I'm going to so instead today I'm going to put an oracle card here in the middle. So, and this is the advice on the relationship from Kim Kranz's archetype deck. Okay. This is not the easiest of decks to show. Alrighty. So I want to thanks to Amanda for suggesting this combo. Okay. All right. What a pretty card. The archetype is a mystic. So we'll try to weave that in. Queen of Coins is the heart of Alina. And then the mind of Alina is Ace of Cups. Oh, well, that kind of speaks volumes, doesn't it? So let's look and see. I just love that Ace of Cups with the sake. I lived in Japan for many, many years, and that sweetness of the sake and that feeling of the sake is really something. Okay, so let's look and see what's going over here with John. 8 of Swords in the heart, and in the mind is 6 of Cups. Okay. Wow. Where is it headed? Page of Coins, and the foundation is the 9 of Cups. Okay. Whoa. So let us, thanks Joseph. Thank you very much for the super chat. You're so welcome. Hi, Larry Swan Spirit. All right. So let's look at Alina first. So Alina's over on the left. And I'm really curious about the suit of coins and why the suit of coins is showing up here. And if you are looking for security, if you are looking for, if your intention about this relationship is one of safety or something like that, because to me, it feels when we're looking about the relationship, to have 2 coins in these predominant positions. I just want to kind of clarify, if this is a relationship that you are focusing on, not necessarily the money, but the safety and the security, is that an issue for you? Because I think that's an important question. Okay. I love that in your heart is the Ace of Cups, that you're open to new emotions and new possibilities and open to the relationship growing in whatever direction it wants to go. All right, so if we go over to John's heart is a little bit confused right now. I'm curious how you highlight the name. It's Alina, that is through the software that I'm using. I'm broadcasting through StreamYard, so I can highlight the name and the question there. All right, so he has a lot going on in his heart at this time, and there's a bit of concerns, and I'm wondering if there is a friend from the past. I'm wondering if there has been somebody that has crossed his path. Is this you? Are you old connected friends from the past, or is this somebody that you have met in the in the current time frame? Because it's, to me, to have his mind and his heart feeling confused and having connections of either friends or family from the past doesn't feel great. Either you need to give him space to resolve this, or if this feels like this is you, then you can feel secure in that.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Elena, you were asking Atika. Okay, got it. Anyway, so I think that's an important question for you to clarify for me. The foundation of the relationship is one based in, a lot of happiness and a lot of emotion, and that's a great thing. And I love that the Page of Coins is here because that shows me that the relationship is going to grow. Like it feels like the relationship is fresh. To see a page up here and the outcome feels very, very optimistic for me. The advice on the relationship, having the Mystic card come here, I don't know, like this feels a little bit, leaning to the spiritual side and leaning to connections of whether you have spiritual practices together. Do you meditate together? Do you take reflective walks together? Do you have some kind of organized religion that you practice together? It feels like this, because this energy is going to benefit the relationship. And if you're wanting to, grow and be and work together, perhaps this is an aspect of the relationship that needs to be developed. Okay. I'm happy to answer your question today, Apoorva, for sure. So I don't know, how this is relating to you, but I feel, over here on the right side, what I was saying, this is, I'm not getting any feedback from you. So this is something that you need to either ask him about or to do a little bit of soul searching about. And I find this really kind of interesting as the advice card in the center. Yeah. So leaning into the spiritual aspect of your relationship. Okay. There we go. And this is very optimistic for the outcome to have a page up there for sure. Okay. Where should we go from here? Let's go to Preeti. All right, so Preeti, can I get some clarification, please, from you? So Preeti, is Jageet's engagement broken? So does this mean, is his engagement to you broken? Is that your question? And I'm curious, like, why you would not know that it's broken. So I would love to have a little bit of clarification here. That would be most helpful. And hashtag tarot, hello, welcome. And Kitty Cat, I see you've got, the next question is how, what, when, and why. So again, if you can expand on that a little bit, I would appreciate that a lot. Okay. Okay, is Jageet's engagement broken to another girl? Is it broken to another girl? So are you asking me, is he available for me? Is Jageet available for me? I'm assuming you like Jageet and you would like to have a relationship with Jageet. Is that the question? Okay. Yo, Costa, hello, welcome. I will get to your comments in a little bit. Okay, so this is for Jageet and Preeti. All right, so this is Preeti's heart and mind, and this is Jageet's heart and mind. And we're going to look at the potential of a relationship with these two. And I'm also just going to do a quick yes or no to answer the first question. Okay, so all you want is a yes or no. Okay, all you want is a yes or no. We will do that. No problem. No problem. I can answer yes or no.
so stiff. Okay. All right. Yes or no, is Jageet's relationship with the other girl broken? Okay. So I'm going to do the yes or no 13 card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7 of coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 2 of cups. So we have no aces. We have no aces so far. And the aces are the answer to yes, 3. So we have ace of cups. Okay, so let's look at this combination here for Preeti. Okay. So Preeti is asking yes or no. Is it broken? It took us 3 cards to get an ace. So this is not a super strong ace, a super strong yes. Very interesting that the 2 of cups came up and the ace of cups came up. And so the 7 of coins was the 13th, the first 13th card. So I just need to just kind of, I want to move into the energy of the 7 of coins and say there's a little bit of patience that is required. But the other 2 cards that have arisen would lead me to believe that yes, the engagement is broken. Yes, the engagement is broken and Jageet's heart lies in another place. But with that ace taking a little bit of time to appear in the reading, I want to say that Preeti needs to be patient to allow this to grow. Okay, so that is my answer there. All right, kitty cat. Excellent. Okay, thank you, kitty cat. Let's go to Adita. I have my CA exams in May and due to COVID situation, it may postpone to June. And when do you see it happening? Oh, okay. I'm going to go to the Wildwood Tarot, which I am most familiar with for timing type questions. So let's do that. Hi there, Danielle. I'm just seeing your name now. Your answer is yes, Preeti. Yes. There were some nuances to that answer though. So, you know, the tarot always likes to tell a story, right? And so your answer had a little bit of a story with it, but I think the underlying answer is yes. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on Aditi, and Aditi's question is about the CA exams and when the CA exams are happening. Okay. All right, Aditi. Okay. Wow. So they were supposed to be at the end of May. Huh. Okay, so, you know, with 2 aces appearing here, I would say, first of all, that the exams are going to go ahead. What the heck? Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen this happen in a reading.
These cards were not sorted in any way. And there's 3 aces happening here that just somehow magically got together. What I want to say with these 3 aces coming up, Aditi, this is not what I was planning on doing. This is not what I was expecting to happen at all with your reading. So for 3 aces to come up, what I want to say is that the exam is going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than later. But as far as specific timing goes, each of the aces in this suit represents the beginning of a cross quarter. And this particular one, I don't know what, sorry, I don't know which, are you in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere? Just let me know where you are. So in the Northern Hemisphere, this is past. So this was the beginning of spring at February 1st. And this is the beginning of the fall. And this one here would represent Beltane. So it's kind of interesting that there's different, so this is later than this one. This one is sooner than this card here. I don't know. I want you to take this as a reassurance that the exams are going to happen sooner than later. It's just incredibly unusual that you would have 3 aces come up like this. It's all together in the deck. Yeah. So just relax about this and continue to prepare. Okay. Very, very bizarre. All right. All right, so now we'll get to Joseph. And again, Joseph, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay. How do I find my true work? How do I find my true work? All right. How do I find my true work? I think I'm going to do a 7-card spread. And I'm going to use the archetype at the top. Okay, so this spread is one that I created. So first of all, we're going to look at the strength of your foundation, Joseph, and what lies at your foundation. And what you have to build on. Okay, so what you have to build on, and there may be things that come up in these 4 cards that you may or may not be aware of. So let's back off here. So these first 4 cards represent your foundation, your root, and what it is that you need to build on. Oh my goodness, Joseph, we've had this conversation before about connecting with women and growing your business with, oh my goodness gracious, what the heck? I know we've had this conversation. So this is very bizarre that we have 3 feminine court cards showing up here. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is about, you know, the giving and the receiving and the working together and the cooperation. Maybe this is about a business that is directed to something to support the feminine, to supporting the feminine energy in men. I remember having a conversation with you about your daughter-in-law or something like that. And so there is a fundamental message that continues to come through with working with women, women being at the foundation of the business to grow your business. Sunny Didi, hello. And I see Antoinette is here as well too. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so just I want you to give that some thought. So this is what's hanging down at the foundation. And then the next three cards kind of show the growth. And I will pull an archetype card as well too. Okay, so this is how we're going to grow from this foundation. Nine of Wands, Judgment, and Son of Cups. Okay. Wow. You know, I feel like this is like an invitation to really, really think outside the box. Do you have some outside of the box ideas? I'll have to think about who that woman must be. I have one idea, but not sure. I don't think it's woman. I think it's women. Like women working with, maybe it's working with an organization that is based in women or women's rights or the softer side of something, the femininity of something, you know, that based in intuition. And then for the growth cards, we get Judgment. And the Nine of Wands in this particular deck feels so spiritual to me. You know, it feels like these two cards coming up side by side just makes so much sense. This is about an energetic release. It's like letting go of previous ideas, previous notions, you know, this tradition of burning intentions, wishes, old things, and letting them rise up in like a paper lantern. So there's something about that. And then we have a Judgment card beside it. I just want to push you outside the box to start thinking in a completely different direction. And then we have the Son of Cups, who's also very, very intuitive. And again, a younger energy. So either the direction of the business has to do with working with your kids, working with youthful people, working with more spiritual, intuitive people. This also speaks to a spiritual transition, you know, like letting go of the material and current situations and expectations and moving on to something much, yeah, like this is not IT. We have the Mother of Pentacles, the Mother of Cups, and the Daughter of Swords down at the bottom. And I'm also drawn to the herbs and the gardening. So gardening is very feminine. Maybe you're supposed to start a landscaping business. Maybe this isn't rocket science, you know? Is that even a possibility? Maybe you're supposed to start some kind of a tea medicine shop. Like seriously, this is like so far outside of the box from what you're doing. Okay, so the Oracle card is the Gem. All right, so let's look at the energy of the Gem in relation to all of this. So the Gem, if you look at the crystal in the center of the nest, this is about finding the gold in the challenge. Every single challenge, every single difficult situation has an element of gold. Every relationship that we struggle with, there's a reason why we entered into that relationship. And so this invitation is about finding the gold, finding the gem in the current challenge. Why are you being pushed in another direction? Or right now, if you were just to close your eyes and go inward and just to ask yourself, what is the beauty in my present situation? What is the gold in my present situation? So we've got a few different points of reflection here that, so spend some time journaling with this. But Joseph, this feels very intuitive. It's very spiritual. It's soft. So call in the women in your life to help brainstorm. Wow. You know, like there's no ambiguity there other than, you know, we're not getting a specific thing, but the energy is pretty clear. Okay. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Apoorva. So there was Joseph's super chat. So for those of you that are coming in, the instructions for getting a reading are in the description box below. I will generally take everybody in order, and the super chats do get preference. And if you have had a reading the last couple of weeks, it would be great if you could just just wait your turn, you know, for another week or so. All right, so we are at where are we at? Sacred Turtle. I think we're at Sacred Turtle, Tony. Okay, let's go to Tony. What is the energy surrounding my desire to expand my tarot practice? What is the energy surrounding my desire to expand my tarot practice? Okay. All right, so let's pull 4 cards and let's pull an archetype card, because archetype cards answer that really well. Okay. All right, so Tony, this is for Tony. Tony, Sacred Turtle. Okay, so let's do this. Tony, I think it has something to do with your voice. It has something to do with it has to do with your own journey through using your voice with others or something like that. There's something about the voice, something about just finding the confidence to do something. Look at that. So the Oracle card is the comic. The comic. So the archetype is the comic. Let's see what we've got going on around here. Okay, so we have
Eight of Pentacles. We have the sacred bee. We have the beautiful hexagonal shapes of the hive. We have the inspiration, the light inside this picture here. Up at the Father of Pentacles above the top. So below and above, as above, so below, we have the Father of Pentacles. So we have this foundation that is above, and this work ethic, and this very interesting dynamic above and below. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups.
So your question is, there's a passion, and I'm wondering too if in your childhood or at some point in your past you had an encounter with the tarot, or you had some kind of a connection with the mystical as a child, and that the energy of leaning into your spiritual side got put on hold for a long time. It's really beautiful to have this passion card with this perhaps reflective memory. I want to address the comic that came up as the archetype. And I don't know if that speaks to your personality at all, or how that sits with you. So often comic relief is a way to release pressure. It can be a way to divert and to not fully express what you're feeling. So we make a joke because we're uncomfortable, or we make a joke to, ease the pressure in the room. And so perhaps this is a reflection of you to observe where you might take things. So we can go in a couple different directions here, where you tend to take things lightly and make fun of things because you don't want people to know perhaps you are a closet tarot lady, something like that. So to examine the archetype of the comic and to work through that. So if you're able to work through your discomfort with owning the tarot business and owning the role as the tarot reader, then you will be able to embrace this and expand the work that you are doing. And I said at the beginning, I was feeling the congestion in the throat. So I think this is just I feel this is just a matter of doing it, and to start to do some readings for friends, on the internet or live, or actually using your voice, and because until you actually do this, you have to practice. It's the only way to do this, and to clear the voice. The voice is also the portal into the fifth dimension, and through the voice and purifying the voice, we can begin to connect to our clairs more easily. And we can purify the voice through mantra. We can purify the voice through different breath practices and things as well too. But there's something about you in moving that energy. Now that was the empathic, intuitive hit that I was getting before I even looked at the cards. So there's something about that archetype of the comic as well too. I encourage you to explore. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just going to go down and see. Okay. Your mother introduced it early in life, and you're a retired psych nurse practitioner who worked with children for more than 40 years. Okay. So the voice makes sense. I love that these are beautiful cards of building a business. It feels like safety. It feels like look at the shapes, the way those two cards are as well too. Like I would feel confident in expanding. definitely feel confident in approaching shops to do live readings in shops or things like that as well too, if that's even available in your area during this time. Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to Nema. Okay. Nema. I saw somebody in the chat asked if donations take priority. I try to get to as many people as I can, but some readings, of course, I spend more time than others. And, you know, of course, donations really, really help my business. So what can I say, you know? Okay, so Atika, I will get to you after Nema. Okay, so you are just your question is just after Nema's question, and so you will be next. Okay, Shivani W. Hello, hello. Okay, so Nema and then Atika. All right. Can I know if it's better for me to keep ignoring YA? Both him and I are Libras. All right. What should we do here? Why don't we do that relationship spread? And feels like most of the decks on the table are hard to shuffle. Okay. Oh my goodness. I need to do thumb exercises. All right. So this reading is for Nema and YA. Okay. So, Nema's heart. Nema's heart, Ace of Cups. So we kind of get why she's asking about a relationship reading. And Four of Pentacles. So what's on Nema's mind is a home. It's security, right? It's safety. And so this makes perfect sense where Nema is at. Where Y8 is at is Page of Swords. Page of Swords in the heart is finding truth, finding his voice, finding little birdies flying away. And then we have Two of Pentacles. So quite a different energy between the two of you with the heart and the mind. So the Two of Pentacles, YA, you're both Libras. You're both Libras. Okay. Fool comes up at the foundation. The advice is strength. Okay, so we're getting major arcanas coming up in the center. And then the outcome is the Magician. So 3 major arcanas in the center would suggest that it is, oh, you're welcome, Tony. Thank you very much. 3 major arcanas coming up in the center would suggest that you don't ignore him, I would say. But let's look at this. Let's look at this a little more carefully. So the Fool. If the Fool is the foundation of the relationship, it's possible that the relationship, if you were to start a relationship with YA, it would take you in a whole new direction, and that it could be kind of fun. The outcome card is the Magician. So we go from 0 to 1. It feels like beginning a new adventure with YA. And so my question is, you know, like, why are you ignoring him? The advice card is strength. I'm going to pull a plant medicine card from the Hedge Witch Tarot.
I don't know. I would say no. This feels like a no. I mean, anybody else want to chime in and give some thought to Nema here? But to me, it feels like I would continue to keep YA in the radar. There's nothing here that would suggest leaving or not having a relationship. Apoorva, this is called the Wilder Woven Tarot. It's a deck that is, it's by a Canadian artist, Greg White. Wilder Woven. I don't know if I have a book or a box here. Let me see. Yes. There you go. Wilder Woven Tarot. Okay. Okay, one more card for Nema, just to kind of see where we're at here. Okay, so this is St. John's wort. The keyword is stabilize. And this to me suggests not ignoring him, but to continue to be patient with this whole process. I don't know, maybe there's something underlying the reason why you are supposed to be waiting for this relationship to move in a new direction. It doesn't feel like going anywhere. I mean, it doesn't feel like you should ignore the relationship. It feels like there's potential possibility for the relationship. Okay, let us now go to Atika. Okay, I just like to make sure the cards get really mixed up. So I'm trying to pursue content creation. What is standing in my way of success in pursuing this? Finding my tribe here, as I've been doing this on and off for 5 years. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to the Way Home Tarot, I think, for Atika. All right, Atika. Just make sure I'm saying this right. Atika. Atika. I'm just looking at your picture too, just to see your face. Nice. Okay. All right, so this is for Atika. What is standing in the way of my success in pursuing this and finding my tribe here? Okay, so we're looking for the blockages. What are the blockages that are standing in the way of Atika's progress? Okay, so I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards and an oracle card. Okay, so we have, oh my goodness. Okay, so on a real practical level, with the 8 of Pentacles, I'm going to say something along the lines of the foundation, right? So there is, and perhaps this is about cooperation. Maybe you're supposed to be doing this with somebody. You know, I'm just thinking about the whole beehive metaphor and how within cooperation things begin to grow. With the Judgment card, there's definitely a spiritual aspect to this. There's transformation. So the content of your channel is helping people through their transformations.
Immortal Reven Entertainment. Just stay in the chat and we'll see where I get to. We're at 50 minutes already, so might have to be next time, but we'll see. Let's see where I get to. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card. What is standing in the way? What is standing in the way? The Judge. The Judge. So what is standing in the way? It's like you are your own worst enemy. You are perhaps hypercritical of your work. Maybe are you a perfectionist, you know? When we stand in judgment of ourselves, when there's a lot of self-criticism, self-deprecation, it's very hard to move forward. So why are you feeling judged? Why are you judging yourself? Why can't you be okay with being exactly who you are? And so perhaps this is a pattern that you need to let go of in order for you to move through and to start to build your business. I kind of like that. So, yes, I'm saying it right. Okay. And then I would also spend some time thinking about, like, who could I partner up with? Who could I help to, build this? I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous card, right? For you to be moving through this. So I'm not sure what the field is of your content, but I hope that resonates with you. Alrighty. So Apoorva has a question today. So let's go to Apoorva. All right. I've been doing a lot of readings and distance healing the past few months, now taking a break. I felt a lot of heat last 2 days, working on sending cooling energy, feeling good today. What more can I do? Okay, what more can I do? So let's get some healing energy for Apoorva. Let's go back to the Wilder Woven. It is a very cooling deck, Apoorva. I love this deck. So if you are enjoying these readings, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And also, I am very, very close to 3,000 subs, and I would love to, turn that number to hit 3,000 subs. So yeah, if you can subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. All of the interaction with the channel, the comments, the chat, the thumbs up, the subs really helps the, all that goes on in the background of YouTube. Never think that your participation doesn't make a difference, because it does. So let's focus on Apoorva and what else can she do to move through that which she is feeling. Apoorva, I'm feeling my ears. Okay, so ears would be connected to throat chakra. I'm feeling like Brahmari breath, those kind of practices. Okay, Strength and Three of Pentacles. I'm going to pull an archetype. No, I'm not going to pull an archetype. I'm going to pull a plant medicine card for you. Okay. So this would definitely speak to reaching out to the community for support, to feeling connected with others,
I love that the strength card, which is a repeater card today, is inside the hummingbird. You know, there's a real sense of joyfulness in this. It does feel like there was a message earlier, let go. Let go. And with the strength card, there's also this sense of the inner warrior, right? That inner, the warrior who is so connected to the spirit of the animal and connected to the spirit of, you know, everything, right? The birds, the plants, all that are around us. And so we find this strength through connection with plants and animals. Community. So sitting in community, sitting with others, being in a circle of people who are also doing healing work. Okay, this is another. So for those of you that haven't watched my readings before, this tends to happen a lot. We get repeating cards because the messages that are presented seem to be for the collective, you know, all those who are watching these readings. And this was the card that came up in the previous reading when I shuffled this deck. So this is St. John's wort. And this is a calming herb. It's a calming drug. The key word is stabilize. And perhaps there's some actual medicine for you in this plant itself. I feel a real sense of just being, you know, stop doing and stop trying and just be. And be okay with just being. Yeah. It's kind of beautiful, Apoorva. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do 2 more readings, and I'm just going to scroll on down and see where we are at. Let's see what Yocasta said. I saw this earlier. I tried the spread you taught us, but I'm new to tarot, and at times I cannot get a clear meaning to my readings. Would love a relationship reading from you for clarification. Okay, let's do that then. It's not easy to read for yourself. It takes practice, right? I just spilled water. Okay. Water on tarot cards is not a great idea. All right, so Yocasta, if you want to put into the chat the other party's name, your partner's name, or any other information about the relationship, that would be great. Look at this 5 of Wands. It's so beautiful. Okay. So just waiting for Yocasta to expand. Oh, you're welcome, Marie-France. Marie-France Mercier. Thank you. Kathleen, hello. Jose. Okay, Jose. All right, so I'm going to do the same spread I did on last Tuesday. So we'll do the 7-card relationship spread for Yocasta and Jose. All right, this is a larger deck. The cards, you know, it's more of an oracle size deck, the Wilder Woven. All right, cards are cutting really nicely. Okay, so this is Yocasta's heart.
Let's go out. Other way. Let's go out. Okay, so Yocasta's heart. Where are we going here? We don't have that many cards. We can just go here. Yocasta's heart, Yocasta's mind, Jose's heart and mind, the foundation of the relationship, the advice, and the outcome. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go again. Okay, so we've had the Ace of Cups over here on the left side before today. So Yocasta's heart is wanting this relationship to go somewhere, right? It's one of love. And okay, 7 of Wands in the mind. Let's look and see what's specific to this particular 7 of Wands. This is hilarious. I believe what we have here is a hive, a beehive that's up high. We've got the bear down here, and the bear is trying to figure out how to get the honey from the hive. That's really, really funny. Okay, so it's almost like you looking at this very challenging situation and how in the world you are going to navigate this relationship. Your mind feels like this relationship is a bit of a challenge. Your heart is definitely invested in the relationship. The foundation is the Knight of Pentacles. That's an awesome foundation for a relationship, right? We want things to go slowly. So I would say that you need to trust that things are going slowly is exactly, it's exactly what it needs to happen. So we've got 8 of Swords in the heart of Jose. Okay, so why is Jose's heart so, why is his heart disconnected from his mind? It's noisy. His heart is confused. Why is his heart not focused on the relationship? Like what is going on? So this might require a great deal of patience and empathy from you. Patience would also be indicated by the mountain goat, by the Knight of Pentacles that is showing up here as the foundation of the relationship. The Magician is in his mind. Okay, so I would say that he wants to create magic with you. He wants the relationship, on an intellectual level. He wants the relationship to he wants to participate in the activity of the relationship. So let him empower him to create the relationship. Give him challenges. Ask him to do things. Invite him to create experiences for you in the relationship. Like let him be the magician. Let him be in control. So the outcome card is the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful, right? So this is a card of family. It's a card of happiness. And just notice here, like we have, it really looks like he's going to need a little bit of time to figure this all out. And so what you need to do is to support him. This would also, card over here would recognize that, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I would say this is definitely worth the effort. I want to go to Kathleen's comment in a minute as well, too. Okay, 7 of Swords is in. We have a 7 and a 7. 7, 7. So the 7, I want to just say that the 7s speak to the Magician. Just numerologically speaking, the 7s are very magical numbers. And they do connect. We have a bit of a triangle going on here with the 7 and the 7 and the Magician. So there's something to that. The other thing is that we have an 8, a 7, an 8, and a 10. which means that the energy of this relationship is definitely underway already. Like it doesn't feel like we're at the beginning of a relationship, you know? So, but there are some challenges, right? The 7-2 masculine suit cards are not easy. Okay. So let's just kind of look at what we're going to do about this. What is the advice? What is the advice here? I want to say that, you know, he really needs to be nurtured. And perhaps you need to be nourished as well too, and empowered. This illustration, this picture is very far away from what a traditional tarot card in this would mean. And I just want you to look at how the mother bird is feeding the baby bird and how there's this sense of protection and safety. You know, it feels like you need to care for him. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I am just going to go and see if there's anything else that Greg, the creator of this deck, has with this card. He is using a traditional meaning here, but I'm just not picking up on that. Traditionally, this is a card of deception, so this would advise you to be cautious, to be wary of the relationship. But because we have the 7 of Pentacles underneath, and we have this challenge that's going on here, look at this very interesting 7, 7, 8. All of these challenging cards. Okay, so I want you to take your time with this. This doesn't feel like it's going to rush into some, you know, big romance anytime soon. You've definitely got some stuff to work through. Because the outcome card is the 10 of Cups, I would say it's definitely worth investing time in it. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. The last reading today. Let's see who's going to be the last reading today. And I see Yocasta has, there's more here as well too. Okay, so I hope that gives you some insight into what's going on. Where are we going to go for the last one? Aditi is from India. Sunny DD. All right, so let's go to Sunny. Sunny, are you still here? Let's pull a card for Sunny. And Sunny says, am I doing the work that I was called here to do, or do I need to find it? All right. Whoops. Oh my goodness, what have I done? There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to respond to Yocasta's that 7 of Swords throws me comment, because 7 of Swords is a very challenging card. And I also want to suggest perhaps you are deceiving yourself about something. So remember, this is you asking the question. So there may be something about yourself that you're not being entirely honest about. Maybe you, or on the other hand, maybe you need to claim something, you know? It's like also with that bear in that card, maybe you need to own something. What do you need to own? You know, what do you need to claim? What do you need to stand up for? So that, you know, if this is a relationship you've had before, that you, you know, you don't fall back into the same patterns. All right, so I'm going to focus on Sunny now. This is the final reading for today. Am I doing the work that I was called here to do, or do I still need to find it? Okay, Darcy's here as well too. Hello, Darcy. Sorry that you are having a hard time. Okay. So let's do 2 tarot cards and let's see. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go back to Tarot of the Divine and Kim Cransford's like. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to Tarot of the She. I think Tarot of the She is a great deck for these kind of life purpose questions. All right, focusing on Sunny DD. Sunny DD. Okay, I will scroll through the chat before I'm done, just before I go. Sunny DD. Okay. Let's zoom in. All right. Warrior Queen. Warrior Queen would indicate that you are in your power, for sure. Yeah, definitely would indicate that you're in your power, that you're owning your power. Judgment and the Elder. Wow, it's kind of a big reading, Sunny. These are big cards. I would suggest that these cards would say, yes, you are definitely in your power. And perhaps one of the reasons that you are questioning what you are doing right now is because there is a bit of a shift that's happening and you may be uncomfortable with the frequency of this shift. I'm speaking, of course, to the Judgment card here. And sometimes when we're moving through those shifts, it can be a little disarming. The 5 card, so 2 major arcana is the Warrior Queen. So this is a big yes for me, a clear yes. There's something about the connection of this card. So also the fact that in each of these cards, I know there are other she in the distance here, but this really feels right now like a solo path and a solo journey. And to take your time with your own spiritual journey as you begin to seek clarity around this. Like there's not a sense of community in these cards. That's what I'm saying. I know we were talking about other people. It felt like community was important, but here it feels like you are on your path. You're on this journey. Now with this particular deck and this card coming up, there's a resourcefulness that is required in connecting with the elements. And don't forget to have all of the elements on your altar to bring the elements into your day every day, like to really participate with them. If you do have a guide or a teacher or a guru, this may also be a time to reconnect with them, you know, as you're moving through this next shift. And I would also offer that perhaps because you are moving through this, I mean, this is a lot of energy, because you're moving through this change right now, a new teacher may very well present. And to be open to working with somebody else might just be exactly what you need. Okay. I hope that gives you some help. All right. All right. And I said that was the last, but Shivani said this was a quick question. And so I will do the 3 aces spread for Shivani. And then I will say my goodbyes. Okay. Shall we use the tarot of the she, Shivani? So this spread, for those of you that don't know it, all you do is you count to 13. And the idea is that one ace is a yes, 2 aces is a stronger yes, and 3 aces is a for sure. And then we can also look at what other cards come up in the 13th position to kind of inform the reading. Okay. So that is the 9 of water. Okay, so because no aces came up, the answer is no. The answer is no. So I want to look to, perhaps there is some message in the cards that have come up to help clarify why it is a no. Okay. And I just need to look at what we've got here. So we've got the 9 Dancer Water, which is a very optimistic card. Air, so we have air 5. Keyword is hope discarded. And then another dancer card. So we have water, air, water. And wow. So the first card is very, very optimistic. It's like make a wish and you get, it's almost as if you don't believe in the power of your faith. You know, it's like your faith is lost. You've lost hope. You've lost faith. And so what I would suggest is that you spend some time thinking about and creating a vision for the job that you really, really want. If you don't get this job, it's because it's not the job you want. And so I want to ask you, you know, what kind of job do you really, really want? If you could do whatever it is that you wanted to do, what would it be? Like, don't settle for a job that you don't actually want to do. All right. Okay. Just before I go, I want to direct your attention down below to the description box. There are links to different classes and courses that I am teaching, different workshops. And so if you would like to connect with me more personally, then that's a great way to either to get a reading or to take a class. I teach yoga, tarot, lots of other things as well too. I have a crystal course that's coming up. It starts in 2 weeks. And all of these classes are taught in 4-week sessions. So it's not a large commitment. So thank you. Thank you all for being here today. And I will be back on tomorrow, not doing readings, but I probably will do my Thursday night tarot chat tomorrow on Friday. Okay. And if I missed anybody saying hello to anybody, then I'm saying hello to you now. Stay well, be kind to one another, and namaste.